Hata watu wa rugby wataisukuma tu mara hiyo. Hapless watu wa rugby wataisukuma.
Dada.
Nataka ikae na hiyo. Testa huko ndani.
Betting screen ni chafu nani? Hiyo ni screen ni chafu. Nimejaribu kuzoom na ifiki.
Oh, basi mimi nitafuta.
Kompyuta.
Sasa umenisaidia sana.
Mnishikia hapo space ya soka. Hiyo tu bench hapo yote.
Sasa hata imekuwa sawa.
Sasa imekuwa sawa. Betaraka bana. Sasa ingekuwa kuna manini nilikuwa nimepanga ya kuanza before hii. Bano sijambia bano na kwa.
Nataka
Mimi niko nafunguka.
nakauma kidogo. Ndio siku ile kana sumbua na kuru. Kiwacha ina nini?
Ni kweli. Tunaweza rekodi Sasa
lovely and lovely and spring days are upon us here in Madaraka. Dry, little bit chilly, but conditions perfect and a billiard table to play on for Strathmore Leos as they host first playoff game on home soil for one final time in 2026. Willis Ojal and his men this evening in blue and white will emerge from the changing room of this magnificent stadium, but they'll be greeted by the most gargantum of challengers here at the cage. Kenyatta University, officially known as Blak Blad in Kenya Cup League, will out to prove to Strathmore Leos that 32-30 win during regular season was just but a fluke. The University Square has been bouncing with the prospect of the box, and Barnabas Award at his prime on his high belt. He leads his pack with pride. This pride of young gladiators set here today to entertain this wonderful crowd that has gathered this evening at the cage. Remember, Strathmore Leos are hosting first playoff game on home soil since they were first promoted to the Division 1 of the Kenya Cup, the highest level of rugby competition in the country. Playoff games begin this Saturday. As we see in Nakuru, taking place will be Menengai Oilers hosting Nondescript RFC in another encounter at the refinery. Currently, it's just some entertaining going on from the Leo side as they get ready for the game. Fans out here looking prepared for this wonderful encounter that you're about to experience this evening. Just some technical issues on the media era there, as we see a truck that got stuck on the mud as we wait. Just a few minutes as we wait for the kickoff. Players are getting ready for the big game. The issues being sorted out there. The officials, Kenya rugby officials, working hand in hand with the Strathmore Leos management to make sure that that little bit problem there is solved due to bad weather that we experienced yesterday night. A little bit of downpour there in Nairobi. Some parts of the field a little bit muddy. And finally, the issue has been resolved. As we see all smiles there at that corner. Finally, we can get prepared for this encounter that we are about to experience this evening. Heavy clash coming in here against Strathmore Leos, facing on Blak Blad. 1-0 there, RFC. Now players running back in their changing rooms. Perfect weather here for this encounter. A good number of turnout here today at the cage. A lot of people came here to witness this historic moment. Strathmore Leos hosting first playoff game ever in Kenya Cup League, achieving that milestone under Coach Willie Sojal. Such an impressive performance from the Leos, coming in with 7 straight wins over during regular season, only losing 4 games, accumulated a total of 36 points, finishing number 4. On the other side, Blak Blad were able to win a total of 6 games, lost to Strathmore Leos at home game, the first game of the season. Saw them lose 32-30 against Strathmore Leos. Such a heavy clash there, entertaining rugby that was seen on the opener. Now they face each other once more. This game is the decider on who will play in the semi-final clash. Remember, KCB and Cabras have already secured home semis. Strathmore Leos fighting for a chance to do the same here with 1-0. The Nondis and Menengai Oilers already kicked off, and the match is ongoing at the refinery. A lot of psyched up energy here. A number of fans, a huge turnout here, achieving such a milestone here. The University Square has been bouncing by the prospect of the box, and Barnabas Owuor at his prime. And Barnabas Owuor at his prime on the high belt. He leads his pack with pride, a squad of young gladiators marching to war. 10 good seasons he has been a Leo since joining the Madaraka-based side as a teen fresh from ditches. Played more than 100 caps. Was there in 2018-2019 season when Strathmore Leos got relegated by the same Blak Blad, and that was his lowest moment. Later bouncing back to 2 semi-finals during post-COVID. Well, if the front boat of the Dynamite, Barnabas Owuor aka Bano, is the fusion fittingly This atmosphere which feels ready to explode. For the knockouts encounters are here with us. Faces that know one another rose so well from previous titanic clashes around the country, ready to lock horns once more in the name of their universities. A 7-record win during regular season, lost only 4 games at which they accumulated 36 points. Their biggest win was when they beat Queens 32-10. We'll see Jack Angawa reinstated to the starting 15. Dennis Tubey, Bramwell Anekea as front row. Thomas Opio, Stanislaus Shikori reunited in the engine room. Samuel Wafula has recovered from that ankle strain to match his little back row Duke Odeo. Mangu School is represented big in the house as we see Dennis Ombila donning the number 8 jersey. All eyes on Captain Arnold Mwita, biggest game of his career as he leads the students to yet another impressive playoff game. The former Lenana School captain, now captaining the Strathmore Leos side, is now to have another big game. Collins Maina will control the wheels on the blind side. 100% record start for Morgan Ojiel as he takes number 12. Big boy duties there for the Kisii freshman. Kenya Morans International, Big Elia Malemba will bring the fire as outside center. Andrew Matoka and Victor Odhiambo will close the first 15. There comes the energy from the fans, guys. Big energy there. The cunning coach Fox has always had a plan to name an experienced bomb squad against Kenyatta University. Maxwell Atera as the hooker. Adenya Nyandusi received the emergency call up to training squad after Raymond Chacha had a knee surgery over the week, picking up an injury just day before the playoffs in the Great Nakuru Tens. Co-captain Ian Machete will fuel up the bomb squad. Big day coming here for Barnabas Award as youngster Brian Mwendwa is also on the bench. Shemo Kola makes an impressive comeback back to boost the Madaraka best side. And long but not least, 2 freshmen straight from high school, Jaden Oyer from Maseno, class of 2025, and Nairobi 2024, 7th most valuable player, Samuel Owino from Upper Hill School, will be there for the first playoffs to receive his caps. There comes the restart from Kenyatta University. Now the ball is ripped by Strathmore Leos. Numbers on the outside as they tend to play. Victor Mola coming in with that kick, but doesn't find touch as the ball goes straight out, bringing it back in their own 40. Strathmore Leos coming in with some big energy there, ripping that ball off Kenyatta University. Line out good there from Kenyatta University. Clade coming in with a B-ball carry there. Kenyatta University now trying to run it out wide, not having much numbers. He's held up on the tackle there. Strathmore Leos now popping up the psych. Mole says the referee. Now they lose that ball in contact. Akedia Squesa, the former Kenya Shujaa. Ball now for Strathmore Leos. Well, the refinery may have something to say, but we could be a little bit biased. But for our money, this is the game to be for the weekend. 3 times in a row, Blak Blad have been knocking this playoff doors, meeting Menengai Oilers on both occasions. But for this season, an improvement was seen as they came out number 5 during regular season. Arnold Mwita fielding in the ball in the scrum now, taking it out wide, but there comes the grabber. Amon Wamala spotting the gap there. Kenyatta University doing so well to retrieve that. Spot some space on the back, but Victor Mola is there to take the kick. Exit that play again beautifully is Victor Mola. Bernard Rotich, not unfamiliar face in the playoffs arena since his early teenage as a player for Homeboys RFC, non leading Kenyatta University to their 4 playoffs game. Tucci emerged from the cactus of Thika Road to Central Business District all the way to Madaraka with Collins Obure, Anthony Amanyi, Brian Kindake, former a little back row. Ball coming in now in favor of Kenyatta University as they exit their own half here. Receiving that ball beautifully is Arnold Muita, exiting that again. Now comes the hard run from Kenyatta University. Finds gap, breaks out of that first tackle, but is held on the second tackle. A lot of pressure coming in from Kenyatta University. They spot the gap out wide. There comes Obat Kuke, pass it to Arcadius Cuesta. One-on-one against Thomas Opio. Beautiful tackle there coming in from Strathmore Leos. Kenyatta University on the beautiful area. There comes the big carry from Blak Blad. The forwards want it all for themselves here. Winning that. And is held up on the tackle, says the referee. Correction there. Blak Blad draw first blood here at the cage. Hard runs coming in from Kenyatta University. Big energy. Their fans looked psyched as they draw first blood here. With the conversion to come, Strathmore Leos are now down 5-0. The version is good. Does it have boot on it? Conversion good, says the referee. Blak Blad drawing first blood here today at the cage. First 10 minutes of the game, seeing Kenyatta University beautiful defensive play there from Strathmore Leos as they retain the ball. Remember, 1U they are currently leading this game. 7-0 is the current scores in favor of Blak Blad as we see Arnold Muita ready to feed the scrum. A referee will have a word there with the front row of the both sides. Remember, 1U the Lakeside boys Ruga Okoth and Odhiambo Steves pair as locks. Henry Juma and Joey Barrett are on back row duties. Another legend in making, Big Obat Kuke. There was the quick and tap. Sorry, the Big Obat Kuke will cause trouble at number 8. As always, he will captain Blak Blad for the 4th game in the playoffs. Arnold Muita taking charge there and calling for the penalty, going for the 3 here. I think the idea is just to get the points on the board, just to get the game going. It is a 7, they are down 7-0. If he converts this and get it right, that brings the deficit to 4. Gives them a fighting chance to come back in this game. Still, we are in the early stages of the game. Kenyatta University looking confident. The quick is good from Arnold Mwita. It is his territory there, Arnold Mwita. We've seen him doing it on regular season. Derek Masese will step aside from the mic and banter this evening as we see him in full action at halfback, preparing with Daniel Oyo as fly half. Cloud Nyamiro will pair with David Ochieng in center position. A little back three from Thika Road best side as we see Winston Ayeko on the blind side. Former Kenya Sevens Acadia Squesa will apply pressure on the opening side, and rising star Elvis Otete will control the defensive pattern at fullback. Strathmore Leos now winning yet another penalty that will help them gain a few meters from their own territory. Coach Ronald Rotich decided to go for a 5-3 split. We'll see Moses Ayeko, Edwin Obare, Bryson Ogamba on the bench. Ogamba having achieved quite a milestone with the students. Mark Gachao also earns his first Kenya Cup playoffs debut. He is joined by George Ambale. Another exit play coming in from Matoka. There comes the kick. Knock on from... There comes the knock-on from Kenyatta University. Frustrations coming in from Blak Blad. Beautiful play there from Andrew Matoka, stepping in out of that tackle. Now he spots the gap, hangs the ball up. He wasn't ready there. Big tackle coming in from the number 14. Another handling error coming in. Another pod system carry there coming in from Strathmore Leos. They win another penalty. They need to get it right on the breakdowns. They need to take charge, take control on the breakdown area. Understand what they are doing wrong here. Strathmore Leos winning another penalty there on the breakdown. Arnold Mwita decides to go for the 3. This is what we are talking about. Strathmore Leos applying pressure, putting pressure on they're playing in their own area. This will force them to make mistakes, and those mistakes will equal to Strathmore Leos getting that penalty, deciding to go for the 3 or to go for the line out. Depending on their strengths, Arnold Mwita finding that correctly as the conversion is good. Another successful conversion coming in from Arnold Mwita as he finds the 3. Since his teenage days, Arnold Mwita has been accustomed to this tease, doing the most. doing the most from a very skillful number 9. Another beautiful race there coming in from Kenyatta University. Advantage, says the referee. Strathmore Leos losing that ball forward. A huge turnout here today at the cage. Beautiful energy coming in from the fans as they came to witness this historic showdown. Strathmore Leos hosting first ever play of game in history at home soil. Remember, they've been in this position twice post-COVID, where they won their game and went to Nandi Bears, played against the mighty Cabras. Now returning under the new regime, Coach Willis Ojal entrusting on his men here this evening. Blak Blad feeding the scrum. Ball is out through Obat Kuke. Take it the ball, but Collins Maina loses his feet there. Aquadius Kwesa has numbers on the outside. Aldon Muita coming in with a try-saving tackle. Big hat there coming in from Arnold Muita. But Kenyatta University still have the ball. They lose that ball forward. Offside, says the referee. The ground was a little bit slippery there for Collins Maina. That little mistake almost went in favor for Aquadius Kwesa. But we saw that beautiful chop tackle from Arnold Muita. Beautiful play there, defensive pattern coming in from Strathmore Leos. Blak Blad still have the advantage here. Big energy coming in from the front rows. A lot of pressure is being applied from both sides. Now there comes the energy from the engine room. Obat Kuke says they want to squeeze, but Jack Angawa is holding steady on the Strathmore Leos scrum as they decide to fight that beautifully. Now the ball comes out, going through the back door option. Collins Maina set shoulder, but he's taken out. Sorry, Andrew Matoka there. They have to go 10. Aquadius Kwesa is already on the mark. Another scrum, says the referee. Kenyatta University had an advantage on their side. They call for the 3 points. Strathmore Leos here, psyched up for the game. Beautiful scrum coming in from the university side. There comes the beautiful kick from the number 10. As we see, Kenyatta University extended their lead there to 10. Strathmore Leos 6. It is still a 4-point game here. It's still a 4-point game here. The game is still in favor of both sides here. Forming for the restart is Arnold Muita. Jack Angawa decides to run it out wide. There comes the big carry from Strathmore Leos. One-on-one there. Samuel Wafula has numbers on the outside. A loose ball there, says the referee. but advantage still in favor of Strathmore Leos. Arnold Mwita still with the same decision, 3 points he says, as he decides to go for another 3. Remember, Arnold Mwita currently has a 100% conversion record in this game. 2 out of 2 he has managed to convert successfully as he attempts the 3rd conversion. Kenyatta University needs to get back on their foot. They're giving away easy penalties to Strathmore Leos here. And it was, as we all knew, Arnold Mwita definitely had to get the 3. Fans are still coming in. Fans are still coming in. Big energy. Beautiful numbers at the cage here as we witness another high ball. Beautiful high ball there. Wonderful take coming in from Strathmore Leos. They win the breakdown contest there. Carry coming in from Dennis Mbila. Remember, Dennis Mbila, a former Mangu alumni, coached by the same Obat Kuke, who you are now seeing representing Kenyatta University. Now they lock horns in the same position, but different squads here. Rivalry that is being all over the ages. Remember, these two sides, Kenyatta University and Strathmore Leos, are the 2 university sides that have had the longest rivalry of ages here. Two top tiers that have maintained the Kenya Cup League since they first got promoted in the early days, playing each other over and over again. Strathmore Leos coming in with a big maul there. Defending that beautifully is Kenyatta University. Another blitz defense coming in, but the offload is good. Stanislas Jikoli goes in with a big carry. Amon Wamalwa wants the ball there. Going wide is Arnold Mwita. Morgan Ojiel is held on the tackle, but he releases the ball beautifully. Arnold Mwita is held on that tackle. Now there comes the advantage as referee says you have to release. Another quick and tap coming in from Amon Wamalwa, but he's chopped on the tackle. You have to go 10, says the referee. Advantage to play Strathmore Leos. They win that advantage. Arnold Mwita calming down his players. Bana Basso Ward looking psyched up on the bench, having a word there or 2, trying to comfort there Andrew Matoka. They are calling for another 3 points here, Strathmore Leos. It is a tight contest here as we see Kenyatta University leading this game 10-9 with the conversion to come. And Arnold Mwita maintains. Arnold Mwita maintains his 100% successful conversion rate on this game. 30-meter kick there coming in from Arnold Mwita. Beautiful distance, beautiful technique coming in from the former Lenana scrum off there. Strathmore Leos now leading this game 12-10. Going deep is Kenyatta University. Losing that ball forward is Strathmore Leos. Such a rookie mistake coming in there from Elton Amalemba. Now Kenyatta University with the advantage to play it out wide. They decide to run it on the blunt side, but advantage not gainsaying the referee as they go back from that scrum down. We acknowledge the presence of beautiful France across both universities who turned out this evening to support these two great sides that have been in the Kenya Cup League, forming the greatest university rivalry of all time. Both sides had an impressive run on regular season. Now they play of fighting for a chance to secure semi-finals. How many minutes? 22 minutes gone on the clock there, ladies and gentlemen. Water break there, says the center referee. Sasa kama unaona sasa ningekuwa na MC. Haya. Acha niende hiyo mama. Ndio mama. Time back on. 1-0, they're winning that scrum beautifully. B-ball coming in from 1-0 there, but wonderful tackle there from Strathmore Leos. Forwards coming in round, but another chop tackle. Now they have to fall back. They decide to run it out wide. They have numbers outside. Matoka coming in with a beautiful tackle there. Chop tackle coming in from Matoka. Beautiful defensive pattern there. Beautiful tackle there coming in from Matoka. Now Strathmore Leos winning that line out in their own half. They decide to run it out wide. Big carry coming in there. The exit play. The ball finds touch beautifully. 1-0, they need to work back now. He has a lot of space to run into. He's chopped on the tackle. Kenyatta University looking under a lot of pressure here. Knock on, says the referee. But the fans felt like there was supposed to be a penalty there.
Mamishi ando ameleta hiyo niko nao. Kuna juice na Nairobi Street Festival. Nairobi Street Festival wana hype event yao na wako na tent hapo, you can win tickets to the event, hampers from all of their partners. The event is on the 2nd of May.
Jiandike. Nimekuona.
Uko na baby.
Ni pombe gani unakunywa?
Mic check.
Tunamalizia bado dakika. Bado dakika 15 tuondoke.
Pressure coming in from one new day. Strathmore Leos winning that penalty. Remember, Strathmore Leos are currently leading this game 12-10. Big energy coming in from both sides. The university students look sucked up for this match. Only 30 minutes gone. Both sides looking psyched and ready for this match up here this evening. Collins Maina having a word with Victor Odhiambo. Remember, this is such an achievement for Strathmore Leos. If they go down to win this game, remember it will go down in history to the first win on home soil. The first game they won on playoff. Standing between them and that currently is Kenyatta University. Both sides making a lot of handling errors. Strathmore Leos not really technical in their set piece and their breakdowns. Kenyatta University conceding 4 penalties there that cost them 3 points. Strathmore Leos have not scored yet in this game, but they have had opportunity to do so through Samuel Wafula. He just missed that pass out to Morgan Ojiel. There comes the beautiful feed from Arnold Muita. B-ball, 1-1. There comes the little back 3 formation. Andrew Matoka only had one job, but he felt like there comes the big carry from Dennis Mbila. Andrew Matoka turning out to be a little bit selfish there. He only had one job. He had numbers on the outside, Victor Odhiambo and Collins Maina. If he only could have made that one pass. But so much to play for here. Heads high, says Collins Maina as he falls back. Now there comes the advice from Cad Lewis there. He has been with the Leos during the sevens. He knows the players. He knows this backline very well. Just giving Collins Maina a little bit of advice there. Patience. He tells Collins Maina. Both bomb squad warming up, ready to come in for this match. Also, we acknowledge the presence of Kenya rugby fans and players across the country who have come here tonight, this evening, to enjoy this beautiful game. Big scrum coming in there from Strathmore Leos as they win another penalty. It is not a pep talk. Arnold Muita will go for another 3. As we see Rodney Ambale running in. Kenyatta University really need to work on their breakdown areas. Need to get that right. They are really conceding a lot of penalties here. If Arnold gets this kick right, it will extend their lead. Composure coming in from Arnold Mwita as he secures another 3-pointer on the board. Collins Stanislas Shikoli coming back, celebrating beautifully. High five, there comes Morgan Ojiel. Strathmore Leos extending their lead. Strathmore Leos, they're extending their lead. 15-10. Remember, one knew they started this game with big energy. Quick try there came in from the Thika Road base side. But Strathmore Leos, with resilience and discipline, coming back in this game. Now they just need to play in the right areas. Keep their composure. Do everything right. A few minutes to go. Dennis Miller received that beautifully. They have to roll away, says the referee. Another dummy coming in from Amon Wamalwa, spotting that gap. The ball bounces beautifully. Akedia Sakwesa has the ball. He exits that. He finds himself isolated as he exits that ball. Akedia Sakwesa. This will be the 4th time he's playing for the Kenyatta University in the playoff zone. The medics still attending to that player. Referee have to go and check on that one. High fives coming in from Thomas Opio, another youngster that has featured for the Strathmore Leos since his early days as a teen. First earned his caps from the ESS side. Joined the students while he was still in high school. Played a number of games before being promoted. Referee, time is not yet back on, but there comes the quick line out from Strathmore Leos, but they have to retake it. Thomas Opio clubbing through the ranks and now taking charge of the line out, calling the systems. He wins that beautifully against Kenyatta University. Blitz defense coming in from one youth as they encounter that track beautifully, winning that penalty. Strathmore Leos now have to form back. Arnold Mwita finds himself caught up between the rack. Attempting the three just to close the gap. Blak Blad University, Daniel Oyo also has had 2 successful conversions on this game. Now attempting on the 40-meter kick as he misses that one. Arnold Mwita not running in his own half. One youth not very technical in there. Receiving, the ball is kicked straight in the hands of Samuel Wafula, but calling for it was Andrew Matoka as he goes for the exit play. Beautiful kick there from Andrew Matoka. Obat Kuke has something to say on that kick as he consoles that. Remember, in current rugby laws, the captain has the right to go question the referee on a decision he makes, and also the referee has the power to turn that over if the captain is right. Obat Kuke felt that he was right there. That kick didn't find touch. Chop tackle there coming in from one youth, but Samuel Wafula clears that beautifully. We have to go back on the line out, says the referee. It's been such a rough encounter here this evening. Perfect weather condition for some gladiators to march upon each other. Strathmore Leos hosting Kenyatta University in their first ever playoff game, home playoff in history. Huge number coming in here. Strathmore Leos have to go back to that scrum. Referee having a word with the front row. Remember, the game is not still certain on which way it will go. But both sides looking promising to take on each other. The scrum is now good, says the referee. Arnold Muita feeds in the ball. One new day coming in. Securing that beautifully, Strathmore Leos. Big carry coming in there from Strathmore Leos. Another pick from Strathmore Leos as they decide now they're gonna go for that exit play. Andrew Matoka wants to go for it. Another step there, but he doesn't get that correct, losing that ball. Strathmore Leos. Kenyatta University will now also have a chance to get three points on the board just to reduce that deficit. Remember, currently it's a 15-10. Strathmore Leos currently leading this game 15. One new day. With the conversion to come, they add the 3 points to bring the scores. Ladies and gentlemen, Strathmore Leos 15, Kenyatta University 13. Arnold Muita organizing his men for yet another retake. So much to play for here. Collins Maina goes for that kick. It goes 10 beautifully. Samuel Wafula wins that ball. Beautiful restart there from Strathmore Leos. Arnold Muita calling now for the line out. It's time for the set piece. Beautiful exit play there from Arnold Muita. Dennis Tubey having word with Thomas Opio, who currently is in charge of the line out duties. Jacob Angawa coming in for Raymond Chacha, who went that minor surgery over the weekend. Remember, Chacha picked up an injury at the Great Nakuru Tens. Today his presence here is acknowledged, but came out as a fan. Now there comes the chase from Kenyatta University. Collins Maina decides to kick that ball beautifully. And another take there comes from Blak Blad as he charged front. Beautiful take there came in from Kenyatta University. Another carry there coming in. He's held up on the tackle. It's a maul, says the referee. Strathmore Leos winning that one beautifully. So much energy coming in from these two sides. Strathmore Leos and Kenyatta University. So much to play for here. Glory and pride from these two universities. National Owino, current Strathmore Leos physiotherapist, running in to attend to Samuel Wafula. Jacob Angawa, who is down. Referee calls for a timeout. One you, they are out to prove that 32-30 win during regular season was just a fluke to Strathmore Leos. But so much energy coming in from the fans here. Big number has registered here today. Beautiful fans here. Kenya rugby players and fans really turned out in numbers to support their teams, to support this beautiful game of rugby. Kenyatta University just having a word there. Arcadius Kwesa bringing his experience. 10 good seasons he has been a blood, bleeding this same red jersey in and out. Shined on the local circuit and at a place in the Shuja rugby team. Now back home to represent his local rugby team. Arcadius Kwesa looking promising as he brings in some knowledge there on this young squad that they are now mentoring. And the future is great there from Kenyatta University. And there comes 40 minutes gone, says the referee. First half has been played. It has been a tight contest between these two sides. Kenyatta University drawing first blood, coming in with that 7-0 lead. But Strathmore Leos looking confident and disciplined, were able to come back in this game. Arnold Muita having 5 successful conversion rates, bringing the scores to first half. Strathmore Leos 15, 1U the 13. It is a 2-point lead here with so much to play for these two sides. See you as we come back for the second half. Remember, I'm your top commentator for the day, Sullivan Chapaso. Proudly brought to you by RugbyWide TV as your official streaming partner. Evans is the official name. And remember, you can always support us in our social media platforms by leaving a like, subscribing to all our YouTube channels, and always us by the number that is brought to you on the screen. See you as we come back on the second half.
Unajua Climax inaenda kuzama. Number 8.
Watu hata hizi mawaya zao manzee zinasumbua hata wazee kwanza. Scores ni ngapi? 2015.
Blad 20.
And we are back to the commentary, ladies and gentlemen. The second half kicking up with the same energy as the first half. Kenyatta University drawing first blood to extend their lead. They are coming back in front, 22-15 at the current scores in favor of Kenyatta University. In red, Strathmore Leos currently in blue and white. Match ongoing, Strathmore Leos with the big scrum coming in. Referee hands has to come out now. There comes the hands. Remember, Strathmore Leo still playing on advantage there. Big energy there from the front rows. Good scrum from both sides. Another scrum there, says Arnold Muita, believing in his men that they can do the job at hand. Andrew Matoka having word for word there with Victor Diambo. You can see him pointing to where he wants to score, sure of what he can offer and what he can bring to this team. Andrew Matoka, not an unfamiliar face in this territory. He has done it with pride, donning the under-19 jersey back in 2019 when he was able to achieve the most valuable player at Nyayo Stadium here on home soil, before joining Impala Club from the students. He came back this season and you can see the impact that he has brought, bringing back the students to another home playoff. Another hard run there coming in from Strathmore Leos. Curry coming in. They have numbers on the outside. Grinding for that try, power force. They are calling for the ball, Strathmore Leos. But Kenyatta University are trying to climb round here. For one last time in 2026, these two times will be meeting here at the playoffs. They have all to give. As we see, another big carry there from the forwards. It is a pick and go, pick and drive coming in from Strathmore Leos. Their fans are clapping and they want it all for themselves. Their forwards are driven back in their own 5. Morgan passing it out wide. Putting it down there. Morgan Ogiel spotting the gap. Morgan Ogiel spotting the gap out wide to Collins Mahina. Laying that down beautiful was Collins Mahina. He's not an unfamiliar face in this territory. Remember, Collins Mahina is the current leading top try scorer for Strathmore Leos. Adding just numbers, this try scoring machine, Collins Mahina from Kangaroo High School, climbed through the ranks from through northern suburbs. When he joined us,
in 2020.
When he joined Strathmore Leos after playing for northern suburb in that semi-final that they were beaten here by the Leos. Collins Mahina later joined Strathmore Leos under a scholarship, and now the 4.2 master bringing his experience for this side. For 2 seasons he has grinded hard for this position just to shine on the big stage. With the conversion to come, Strathmore Leos bring this game to a tie. It's a 20-20 with the conversion to come from Arnold Muita. A moment of silence coming in from the fans. Respect for the kicker as Arnold Muita attempts the 2. We acknowledge the presence of Samuel Muli in the house, a former Leo who has shifted caps back to Impala, and he has helped the Swarras to retain the Kenya Cup, to retain in the Kenya Cup League. As we wait the conversion from Arnold Muita. Thank you, incredible fans who have joined us wherever you are, in your office, at home, whether you're chilling outside. Thank you wherever you are in your meetup area. We love to hear from you on the comment section, and remember to drop and leave a subscribe, to drop and comment and subscribe to our YouTube platform, also our social media platforms. Arnold Muita attempting on the 3.
Knee side ama
Just a little bit of a breather there coming in on the pitch. Intense action coming in from both fans. The referee has to cool down the tempo here. Time back on, says the referee. The game is tied with a conversion to come. Blak Blad currently sitting at 20 points. Strathmore Leos also at 20 points. As Arnold Mwita will be attempting the three. Sorry there, ladies and gentlemen, will be attempting the two. He misses that. First miss from Arnold Mwita in this game. The game is now a tie. So much to play for here. These two sides have really played their heart out in this first 50 minutes of the game. So much still to play for. Kenyatta University forming for yet another beautiful restart. The ball goes deep through their number 10, Oyo. Fumbling on that retake was Thomas Opio. Strathmore Leos winning another penalty, where the referee says you have to roll away. Remember, all these fans here came out here to support their different clubs. These two universities both achieving significant milestones. These two sides, the longest university rivals that we have get to experience in the country in these recent times. All the fans came out here sharp. There comes the chase from Strathmore Leos. Kenyatta University defending that. Victor Mola wasn't able to get his hands on the ball. Forwards working round. Kenyatta University spotting the gap on the open area. Now they spot space on the outside. But Samuel Wafula is calling for the numbers. Kenyatta University decide to run it out on the Blad side. Beautiful defense coming in from Strathmore Leos. Another carry there from Kenyatta University. Still going, still playing. They just want to create numbers on the outside, and inside pass coming in from Blak Blad. Going for that turnover, but not finding it. He decides to go for the up and under. Calling for the mark is Amon. There comes the quick tap as he exits that beautifully. Amon Wamalu, a beautiful play there from the experienced number 10. Joining the university this season from the Ngong Road. Played a significant role to help them get here to the playoffs. He spotted that gap behind the one who the winger and decided to go for it. Overthrow coming there from Strathmore Leos as they win that. Blak Blad nearly need to get clinical in their handling errors. The game is still in a tight here. Strathmore Leos look sharp, playing in the right arena. 1-0 there. So much to play for here as they visited the Strathmore Leos. They know they don't have home advantage. Their fans also came up, psyched with the same energy that they always bring in all the rugby arenas that we have seen them in floodlights. With the 1-0 the slogan, trumpets always shining from these beautiful fans that we see in the rugby culture. Energy pumped up from the Thika Road base side. 1-0 there, as they are well known, bringing in the energy from Thika Road and showing that today they didn't come here to joke and they came here for this win. Continue to do what you are doing for this beautiful game. We love and support what you do. Shukran sana 1-0 there. And back to the game, Arnold Mwita sets another set piece with his men. Andrew Matoka, the former Alliance alumni, calling for that play from Amon Wamalwa. As we see a lot of options, beautiful scrum there from 1-0 there, but the ball is out. Amon Wamalwa goes for the chip and chase. The ball is good. He takes that beautifully. Numbers on the outside to play for. One job was needed to be done from Strathmore Leos after that beautiful break from Amon Wamalwa. 27 comes as the big boys cheer it all out. Beautiful try coming in there from Elton Amalemba, Big Eli. St. Patrick Iten alumni is represented also big in the house. Remember, Malemba led his school back in his glory days to glory nationals. Now he's doing the same for Strathmore Leos as he touched down that beautifully. Strathmore Leos coming back in this game. Current score, Strathmore Leos 25. 1-0 the 20 with the conversion to come from the one and only Arnold Mwita. So much to play for. The game is still not yet gone, but also just a breather there for Strathmore Leos as they enjoy that try from Amon and the combination of Victor Odhiambo to Elton Amalemba. Amon Wamalwa is still down. He might have gotten a head collision from that contact. Hope is not serious as we see the medics coming in. Willis Ojal will be left with the taxi to go on the bench. But he has a very experienced backline here. Still options here as he has Arnold Mwita to drop at 10. Brian Mwendo can still come in at number 9. As Amon Wamalwa goes through that medical assessment test, is he back on the pitch or he will go for that injury assessment? Barnabas O'Ward taking charge and leadership there. Time back on, says the center referee, Victor Oduor. Remember, he achieved his level 2 credentials. Now reffing this big game on this big stage today, Victor Oduor done it beautifully with his fellow judge. A moment of silence coming in for Arnold Mwita as he attempts on the 3. He got distance on the kick, but the kick is a little bit wide there from Arnold Mwita. Strathmore Leos currently leading this game 25-20. The game is not yet gone, but Strathmore Leos look promising. And 1-0 they now form for yet another restart from the number 10 Oyo, who has had a very impressive run in the first half and the first 10 minutes of this second half. Deep kick coming in there from Wanyude as they decide to go it deep once more, but beautiful check there coming in from Strathmore Leos. They don't want to make mistakes on playing in their own area. Brian Mwendo are coming in with that fresh box kick. Now this is where decisions matter most. Strathmore Leos don't need to play in their own area here. Captain Ian Mashelti also coming in. Thomas Opio winning that one beautifully for Strathmore Leos as we see when they try to encounter that track. Andrew Matoka hands that up towards Derek Masese as he fumbles on the kick. There comes the take from Shemo Kola. Another little Big 12 Strathmore Leos are caught dogleg there by Wanyude as they decide to offload it, but he offloads it on the ring and finds the wrong jersey. A lot of intense pressure coming in from both sides here. Strathmore Leos had a ball there from Shemo Kola. Wanyude won that in less than a minute. They had options to attack it out wide. They spotted the gap. He didn't find the right jersey. It was intercepted by Strathmore Leos, but they had a penalty. Victor Duor spotted an infringement. They didn't gain the 10 meters that is supposed to be gained on the penalty, bringing them back to that penalty. Now they have a line out in their favor. They'll have to take a retake, says center referee. Beautiful hands there coming in from Strathmore Leos. Now they have numbers on the outside, but he decides to go back on the big man. Another carry coming in from Strathmore Leos. Blak Blad defending that clinically, but Strathmore Leos looking ruthless in this attack. They want to milk that penalty, looking for that drop goal. Does he find it? He doesn't find that drop goal. Matoka has a lot of ground to run. He goes for the chip. It is quite some entertaining rugby here. Beautiful footy coming in from both two sides. Beautiful line out there from Strathmore Leos. Arnold Muita slows that beautiful on the tackle. Now when you then have a chance to encounter that rack, but the rack is secured. One v one there. Victor Mola now going one-on-one against Elvis Otete, who is under pressure and is forced to kick that ball outside. Timeout, says the referee, but this is what the students came out here to see. This is what they came out here to witness their universities do. Victor Mola, one-on-one against his winger. He decides to go for that up and under. Elvis Otete was caught under pressure. Victor Mola, remember, he's the 2025 National Sevens top try scorer. Victor Mola, also another big name that featured for the Shujaa in that South Africa camp before he got that wrist injury. Now coming back to this playoff to represent his local team, Strathmore Leos. At his realm, Victor Mola can do things that you cannot imagine, things that come out of this world. Victor Mola is a true assassin of the game. He was first recognized in 2023 when he scooped that most valuable player back in Dallas Sevens on home soil. Strathmore Leos now have a line out here in a perfect area to attack. Stanislas Shikoli just want to have a word here with Dennis Tubey. Sorry, Dennis Tubey, who just came out for Maxwell Atera, who is just in. Young talents here for Strathmore Leos have represented and have achieved so much in this local rugby scene. Maxwell Atera, another big name that for the Chipu side class of 2020. Half penalty there. Maxwell Atera damaged the line out. But Maxwell Atera felt like there was an infringement. But referee call is always right. It's a half penalty. Remember, it's a half penalty. Blak Blad will decide to.
Easy time. Andrew Machoka will take that and return. To play for this evening. They know they are trailing and time is not on their side in this game.
Finds touch beautifully there, and they're in the right area to play here, Kenyatta University, but the ball is still for Strathmore Leos. Strathmore Leos just need to be calm here. A little bit of pressure will result to a mistake that they may get to regret when the final whistle blows. They know they're in the wrong zone here. Arnold Mwita need to have a word there with Brian Mwendwa on what they're about to do from this set piece. One Youth, they're still looking confident here this evening as they take that line out beautifully. Referee says went back. Blue bodies falling on red bodies. One Youth, they're winning that advantage. They go for that quick tap. Advantage, referee's hands is out there. Blitz defense. Blitz defense coming in from Strathmore Leos. The fence felt that it was a knock-on, but referee had something different to say. One Youth, they're still looking set up and disciplined in the attacking pattern here. Strathmore Leos need to hold their defensive line. Dennis Mure still asking how is One Youth still controlling that ball in Strathmore Leos half, putting Strathmore Leos under pressure. Sai coming in from the fans here. One Youth, they are chanting it all out and about. They want that try. Strathmore Leos, now they're returning. One Youth in their own 5 here. Advantage not gained, says the referee, as we see them falling back to that penalty. So far it's been a game of
It's been a game of clashes between these two sides. One New Day and Strathmore Leos. So much to play for here to secure a semi-final spot. Remember, the winner here will play either KCB or Cabras. The winner here will travel to Western to play Cabras. In an anticipated semi-final match that was ongoing between Menengai Oilers Nondescript. So many rumors spreading around. I don't know if they are true, but it is alleged that Nondescript have had a win there at the refinery. I don't know how true is that, but as we shift the focus, and I've just had a confirmation that Nondescript have managed to secure a 35-17 win. Pressure building up from this side. Arnold Mwita goes on the sin bin. And back to that shocking news where Nondescript has been able to secure a 35-17 win against Nondescript in their own turf. Shocking news this evening. That means Menengai Oilers have been eliminated from the knockout stage. Nondescript now will face KCB in the semi-final clash on home soil at Ruaraka, as we wait for the winner here, who will be traveling to Western to face Cabra Sugar. Strathmore Leos lose one man now to the notorious bin, to the naughty bin. They drop to 14 men. Feeding in that ball is Derek Masese. Holding steady the scrum is that front row that just came in. Maxwell Atera, Bramwell Anekea, and Captain Ian Machete holding steady on the scrum, doing the job. One new, they have numbers on the outside. Do they find touch? No, they don't. Another Blak Blad player going down yet once more here. That can show you the energy that is being used by these players. So much to play for from these two sides. A lot of honor and pride from these universities. These two sides have had the longest rival in the Kenya Cup League for the longest. One New Day and Strathmore Leos have always gone down to challenge each other. Remember, on the first game on regular season, One New Day fall short to Strathmore Leos. 32-30 was the scoreline. And in the current game that is ongoing, Strathmore Leos leading this game narrowly. One New They still have a chance to get on the board here, putting Strathmore Leos under a lot of pressure. Playing in the right territory. Strathmore Leos looking for that breather. One New They are out to look for that 5 point on the board. Nothing less than 5 points, as we see Obat Kuke having a word there with his boys. Tuchukua alama. When they beat USA to secure a quarter-final spot in the main cup category in the HSBC Sevens, but were eliminated by South Africa this afternoon. But beautiful performance there from the boys. Remember, Strathmore Leos lacking 2 key players in their squad here, Nigel Amaitsa and Gabriel Aimba, out to represent the nation. And on international duties. Strathmore Leos still prove that they can do this without their boys. When you the pick on another scrum, as we see Derek Amasese feeding the boys here, pumped up with the energy. Ian Machete driving forward. There comes the pick and go on the outside. Try time 1-0 there. As we see their fans cheering out loud there. They had numbers on the outside. Strathmore Leos are down to 14 men. And what was a tight contest. And what was a and now it becomes a tight contest between these two sides, 25-25. With the conversion to come. 1-0 in a beautiful spot here. The kick has distance, the conversion is good. On our clock here, 7 minutes to play for. We are not sure about the referee's time, but Strathmore Leos still have a chance to get their foot forward in this game. 1-0, they lead this game 27-25. It is not all gone for Strathmore Leos. 1-0, they're now running it in their own half. Blak Blad forming for that exit kick. Frustration now building up from Strathmore Leos as he hangs that box kick up. Handling error there coming in from Strathmore Leos. 1-0, they now have numbers on the outside. They won that. There was a knock-on as referee goes back on the mark. There was a knock-on in favor of Kenyatta University. These two sides just need to compose themselves here. The game is not gone. Quite some entertaining rugby from these two sides. 1-0 there in red, Strathmore Leos in blue and white. All have played their hearts out here. The game is still a 2-point deficit. The ball in favor of Kenyatta University as they feed that inside the scrum. They go for the exit. But Strathmore Leos spotted that beautifully. Another up and under coming in. Aye. No dangerous play there, Strathmore Leos, says the referee. Big carries there from 1-0 there. Now this is the energy that we are talking about, but that ball is lost forward. These two sides have all given their outs, all out here. These players have given their all this evening. This match was highly anticipated. Both universities have been bouncing by the box. Their university squares. All their fans came out here to cheer their favorite clubs here. Scrum in favor for Strathmore Leos. They're still down to 14 men. Collision, says the referee. Man down. That was a big collision there coming in from Shemokola. Blak Blad still have the energy to go. And the pressure there resulting to Kenyatta University losing yet another crucial ball that could have earned them points to extend their lead. Pressure piling from the halfback there, decide to go for the quick tap, just knocking that forward. And now Strathmore Leos have another chance to run it from their own half here. Heavy contact we have seen from these both two sides. The scrum is set. Andrew Matoka now taking the halfback duties, as he will see that exit play for Strathmore Leos. They decide to run it out wide in their own half. Mola steps on one, but is held on the tackle. Strathmore Leos now have numbers to run it out wide. Too selfish there. Too selfish there, Shemokola. It was a 2v1 situation, one-on-one against the winger, but Shemokola opted for the carry. First home playoff game here for the Leos. Beautiful numbers in turnout here. Fans came out to support these both two sides. Everyone supporting their own sides, but some beautiful entertaining coming in. Kenyatta University there celebrating that penalty that they just got. Another infringement there coming in from Strathmore Leos. They'll be forced to he'll be sent to yet on the naughty bench. Strathmore Leos falling back as KU will be attempting that Cree. Derek Oyo with 100% successful conversion rate. He misses that one. Not so much time to play for here for Strathmore Leos.
Ref time imepita, ref time. Ref time. Ref time.
Big carry there coming in from Wanyude as they decide to keep this ball. It's a maul, says the referee. Now their hands are all out for that penalty. Game over. Game over, says the referee. Kenyatta University secure and march to yet another Kenya Cup semi-final. Their fans are out to celebrate. So much to celebrate here for Wanyude. These both two sides have given their all. Strathmore Leos falling short to only 2 points in their home turf. One youth winning this one. All and smiles now in the middle of the pitch as center referee calls that to an end. Ball is down, but beautiful performance from Strathmore Leos. It has been a away affair. Nondis winning their game. One youth is securing also a win here at the cage. This one will see when you take an 8-hour travel to Western Kenya to face Cabras. Nondescript will be in Nairobi, in Ruaraka to face KCB Rugby in what will be anticipated to be another semi-final rivalry. Who will be crowned the Lion of the Day? I've been your top commentator for the day, as always, Sullivan Chapaso. Proudly brought to you by our live stream partner, RugbyWide TV. My official boss here, Evans Bet, will always bring you intense rugby highlight actions each and every Saturday. And also, continue to like and subscribe in our social media platforms. Always continue to drop a like in all our social media platforms. Thank you. Until next time, tumeshukuru sana from RugbyWide TV. Go sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
What?
Basi wanaenda nini? Service. Lakini tumemaliza
Thank you.